The Acer Predator Helios Neo 16 comes with Intel processing, Nvidia graphics, and 3 months PC Game Pass. Is it worth it? Yes, people, what's good? It's man like Jamo. Today we're talking about the Acer Predator Helios Neo 16. Now, naming scheme aside, we've actually got a pretty good mid-range to top tier gaming laptop right here. Starting off with the design of the laptop, it's definitely a chunky boy. You can tell that it's got hella cooling fans inside to keep it nice and steady when playing games. Do you know what? At first I didn't like the keyboard, but now it's low-key grown on me. Love the air vents at the back as well. Now for ports on the left hand side, we've got Ethernet, USB-A, a little micro SD card reader, and a combination 3.5mm headphone jack. On the right hand side, we've got two USB-As, 3.2 Gen 2, and on the back of the device, we haven't only got one, but we got two Thunderbolt 4 ports, one HDMI 2.1, and we got the little barrel port to keep the thing charged. Now in this last year's model, we got the Intel 13th gen i7 thing in here with 16GB of RAM, 1TB of SSD, and an Nvidia RTX 4060 to keep it all pushing. And I can't lie, whilst those are not the greatest or the latest specs that I've ever heard of, it's more than enough to keep pushing the 3 months free Game Pass that you get on this thing as a standard just for copying it in the first place. Now let's get the boring obvious stuff out of the way here. If you're talking any kind of work from home tasks that are not media related, like, I don't know, Microsoft Office, PowerPoint, Word, just plain web browsing kind of stuff, any kind of web stuff that you're doing on this computer, it's easily gonna kill it with that i7 processor, with the 16GB of RAM, and with that Nvidia RTX 4060 to give any graphical power where it's needed. But you guys are here to know what the gaming thing is saying, so let's run some games and let's have a little chat. Just before we get into gaming, I wanted to show you guys the Predator gaming application. Long story short, it lets you mess around with the laptop settings so you get the gaming performance that you want and need at that time. So let's say, for example, if you want maximum frames per second, you can put everything in turbo mode. That's gonna boost the laptop fans, everything's gonna get bare noisy, but you're gonna get some wicked performance on that RTX 4060. And on the other hand, if you want the laptop to be as quiet as possible, you can actually put it into quiet mode. That's gonna reduce the performance when you're playing games, but the laptop's now gonna be nice, cool, and quiet, and it's not gonna sound like your laptop's trying to take off into another country. Now, you guys already know how it be with the backlog. Like, I'm not even gonna get into that too deep, but one game I'm definitely trying to do, especially now that it's summer, is to cheer, fam, because the graphics of this game, the story-driven elements, the game is just looking wavy. You literally want to dive into the game itself. Another game I've been playing this summer is Power World. Like, when it first came out, I got addicted. I couldn't put it down. Now that it's been chilling, it's got a couple of more updates, a little more quality of life stuff going on, I'm definitely going to jump back in this summer. Actually kind of embarrassed to put Power Washer here. Not only does it have brilliant performance on this laptop, as it does on most devices because it's not very processor or graphics heavy, but I'm still stuck on the first level. Like the last 99%, guys, let's not get into it, please. Now, for a change of pace, we got Gears 5 here. Now, I'm not going to be doing Gears 5 until it's more winter time, so I feel it's a more dark, gory game. But I just wanted to see how easily this Helios Neo 16 pushes out the performance in this game. It's a Mazza, fam, and the game just looks so sick. I wanted to get back into Atomic Heart because I think I played like the first couple of hours and it felt really good, but it's one of them games that just ended up in my backlog because there was a lot going on. It was heavily story driven. The performance on the Acer Predator Helios Neo 16, wicked, fam. Wicked game to play. Looks proper sick with the graphics as well. Definitely need to try and get back into this before it goes off a Game Pass. Now, last but not least, say we gotta have some Resident Evil, fam. The way they've optimized these games to run on NVIDIA processors is ridiculous, fam. All the graphics, all the resolution, and man is even using ray tracing on a laptop. It's 2024, man. We're living. Now, if you already got this laptop from last year, I think it's very clear that you might not actually need to upgrade so soon, because this thing, even with its mediocre Nvidia RTX 4060, it's still playing literally every title I throw at it from PC Game Pass. And that's probably the same for Steam, Epic Games, EA Origin Games, and all them things there. And me as a content creator myself, I love the port selection that we got, especially with the inclusion of the micro SD card reader. I know it's a gaming laptop primarily, but companies should know by now that a lot of gamers are also content creators, because they want to do content creation with the gaming that they're doing at the same time. We should be having micro SD cards, or at least normal SD card readers, on most gaming laptops. So big up Acer for making that inclusion. But anyway, people, them, you know the drill. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and hit me up. So I will catch you guys in the next video.